Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Codex After Dark. My name is Tim. This guy over here next to me is the Ric Flair of comic books.
Woo!
And down below is his road manager, Dan the Kelly Art. Sal is in traffic right now. He went to a Capitals game, so enjoy traffic, Sal, while we look at comic books. Hopefully you can get here before we're done. That would be amazing. We'll take as much time as we need to until 12:30, and then we're done. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you saw last night's Secret Santa episode. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was beautiful artwork all around and a lot of cool
Yes,
gifts.
there was.
Yeah, it was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, after you're done watching this tonight and you stay up to wrap presents to put under the tree for tomorrow, go watch it. It's on the Codex station right here on YouTube. All right, gentlemen, let's get some business out of the way before we get started with the pre-show. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to find us on all the socials. All you got to do is type in the Codex at the Codex station, and that is where we will be, your favorite social media platforms, and where we're live streaming right now. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss awesome content like this all the time, every time. Once again, at the Codex station. Uncle Gary, we've got something that you tell everybody we have. What would that be?
Well, we just want everybody to know that we have all the socials, and we would love to give them to you.
That is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to not getting shots because of all the socials that we have that we're giving to you, head over to thecodexstation.com to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com. Dan, I am going to go ahead and ask you what you do, how you became a road manager for the greatest wrestler this side of the squared staple, and what type of life you help him lead.
Well, I help him lead a life of debauchery that most normal people would not be able to handle. But when I'm not doing that, I post art and music on Dan Kelly Art. My handle, Dan Kelly Art, on Instagram, so go check it out. And just earlier today, I posted my Christmas song that I record and post every year called I'm Gonna Get Drunk for Christmas. I'm Gonna Get Drunk This Christmas. I wrote the song almost 20 years ago, and maybe this will be the year that I get to do the full band studio recording. Because the way I hear it in my head, I would really love to get that magic out into the world. And I'm thinking the B-side could be a cover that me and my wife wrote lyrics for years ago, where the Journey song "Don't Stop Believing," and we rewrote the lyrics so it's "Don't Stop Believing in Santa."
That's awesome.
So there you go.
To be the B-side for it. So maybe this will be the year. Maybe this will be the year that I get some money to go back in the studio.
That's quite a dichotomy between those two songs, so thematically. That's wow.
Well, I mean, Dan, with being on the road 195 days a year, working with the greatest wrestler that has ever read a comic book, I know it can be difficult. I know it can be tough. That's why we have this charity going on right now. It is called 1K for DK.
DK. That's right.
Uncle Gary, while I cough my lungs out, would you be more than happy to tell people about that?
This is Dan and his wonderful art, like this beautiful Swamp Thing cover that Dan Kelly made for me. All of us on the Codex station received a piece of his largesse. I said largesse, not large ass. I said largesse, just like this. There we go, like that Moon Knight over there. As part of a Christmas gift. This is a one-of-a-kind Dan Kelly original. You could have something like this in your humble abode too. If you follow Dan Kelly on Instagram, contact him, and you can have some Dan Kelly original art. Now, we have a goal. Dan is at 800 and so followers. We want to get him to 1,000. So that goal, that tagline is 1K for DK. And we want him to get across that finish line. What we say, take that big D across that finish line and to get there. And
you need your vitamin D.
That's right. You need your vitamin D. But you too could own artwork like this. This is my third Dan Kelly piece of art. So they're all cherished. He's done, God, my 3 favorite characters, Swamp Thing, Spectre, and Aquaman.
Yeah.
I own all 3 of those from that man. So please give him a follow, give him a like, give him some business, and you too can have some professional art from Dan Kelly. So there you go.
There we go.
That's what we all want here at the Codex Station.
Now, Dan, if you don't, go ahead.
I was going to say my original intention, my original idea for everybody this year wasn't originally to do sketch covers. I had the idea as like, oh, well, I'll take everybody's favorite Marvel character and favorite DC character, and I'll do like and I'll make like, create amalgams for each one. And then when I started seeing it, I was like, for Gary, I'm like, Aquaman and Wonder Man. Ooh, that'll be a tough one.
Well,
like for Kevin, it was Ghost Rider and Animal Man, and then I was like,
Dan,
might not be a very good. This one might not be a great idea. Then I was like, I'll do the sketch covers.
Take a peek at this. First off, let's say good evening to Sapphire. Sapphire,
Hey,
how's it going?
What's
Good
up,
to see
Sapphire?
you. But this is what I want to show you. Richard here, who joins us every night. He says he just added you on Instagram, and your Captain America artwork is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that last Captain America I posted, I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And the drawing is based on a picture I took of a Captain America statue at Gary's house when we were there.
Even better. Even better. Well, speaking of Gary, Dan, why don't you go ahead and give him the introduction that he deserves and we all need?
Well, as I was just saying, doing a cover of Don't Stop Believing. I don't stop believing. And the one that I believe in is the king of the comic emporium, the head of the Library of Comics, the main man himself. Which way am I pointing? That way. That would be Uncle Gary.
Woo!
There we go.
Thank you. Oh, it's good to be the king. Thank you very much. Love being here. But I also, when I'm not here, I got business. I got business right here at Comic Logic. Comic Logic, we are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. Please come in and see us if you're in the Northern Virginia area. We would certainly love to lay eyes on you. And if you want to see me in person, in the flesh, and we can grapple over comics at 11 o'clock every Wednesday, I am in there. I'm getting that fix, baby. I'm getting that 4-color ink. It's going right in these veins, and it is pumping me up. Look at those veins. Look at that vein, baby. And like I said before, reading comics makes you strong because you read a comic, then you read more, then you get a stack, then you got a stack that's got to go in a short box, then you get another stack, and now you got to put it in a long box, and then you got to move that long box around. You got to lift it here, you got to lift it there, you got to lift it up, lift it down, and that builds muscles. Buy comics, read comics, makes you strong. Also throwing a few push-ups, but there you go. So that's what we got there. Comic Logic. We also have a Facebook Live show that we do the first 3 Thursdays of every month. We do a preview show on new books, the first one, and then the second and third is Comic Logic will present Ye Grumpy Old Nerds, which is I am one of the grumpy old nerds, along with my best friend in the world, Mr. Michael Harbor, and Rob Kalin, our principal owner, and we talk comics, we talk sports, we talk movies, TV, and any other old man stuff. And at the end of the show, we will tell you to get off our lawn. That's how we roll. These fellas here, Dan and Sal, who will join us, are frequent contributors there. Jamie has jumped in there. One of these days, Tim's going to get his
someday.
He's going to put his toes in the water, and he's going to give us a shout out during our show. But we'd love to see you. And also, like always during this time, we want to give love to Archduke Kevin, who has brought us all together with Comic Character of the Day. That is the site. That was, as Jamie said last night, that is the glue that has bound us together, and that is why we are introduced to one another. That's how I became a member of Codex, is through that station or through that website.
Same here.
Yep, absolutely. So I post the under Opie Taylor is what I'm known as on Facebook. I post the cover of the day. Dan posts a random panel of the day. He posts questions of the day. Sal's a frequent poster contributor. Tim is on that site, always giving his thumbs up. and given his approval, usually it's thumbs up. I don't think I've seen him give us thumbs down. He's usually
Not yet.
right on board. He's right on board. But see, one reason why we make sure the train stays on the track is we know we have people, ombudsmen like Tim, that will make sure that we are doing the public the service that we need to be doing. So that is why we have a high standard, because a gentleman like that fellow right there, that is Tim the Terrible. He is our moderator in chief here. He comes here with that beautiful voice of his, and he runs this show, and he doesn't do it with his eyes. He does it with that voice that comes out and emanates, and it keeps us on the straight. It keeps us on the narrow. It keeps us focused on the task at hand, which is comics all day long. All night, we are comics, and we follow that lead. We follow that voice into the darkness, because we know that eventually we will come out into the bright light of knowledge because of that voice, Tim the Terrible.
The only reason I do these shows is to get showered with those compliments every week. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I love it. It's my favorite part of the show. We're done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're 11 minutes into the pre-show. We'll run a couple more minutes, and then we will get ready, ladies and gentlemen, by showing off a whole bunch of polls this week. I don't have any, but these guys do, and they've got some awesome stuff to show. But I've got some back issues to show you guys. Uncle Gary's got his showcase.
I do.
And Dan has some awesome stuff to show you as well. So that's going to be in about 4 minutes. So go ahead and get comfy.
Oh, settle in.
That's right. So, gentlemen, it brings a tear to my eye.
I was going
every
to say
time.
he's emotional about it.
Yeah.
Off air, we were talking about.
Let me get my.
There you go. We were talking about jail time. I am curious. I am curious.
How many members of the Codex team have served time?
Oh, okay. There we go. I didn't even have to ask the question.
I didn't know this was a group. I didn't know this was confessional time.
Yeah, 3 hours of time. That's about it. I'm not ever going to tell the story publicly on air, though, unless we get to 5,000 subscribers. So.
Listen, in a few more years, the statute of limitations will run out. You'll be all right.
That is very true. I think it's already out because of how long ago it happened, so I can't legally get in trouble for it anymore.
Look, I'm just going to say those energy police play hardball.
They do. They do.
You said you'll tell the story publicly at 5,000?
Yeah, 5,000 subscribers.
I'll tell mine when we hit 10,000.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that's been incarcerated.
Well, when we hit 20,000, I'll make up one.
Hey, you know what? Maybe by the time we hit 20,000, you'll have served some time at that point.
Maybe.
There you
Maybe.
go. There you go.
I spent 6 years in a military school. That sure as hell felt like I was serving time.
That counts, I guess.
Not just a military school, a Catholic military school, and I'm a Southern Baptist boy. So that did not work out. Sister Teresa tore these hands up. Let me tell you, I got ruler marks still in here.
Oh my Lord!
Tore his hands up, and not in the fun way.
Not in a fun way.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough time of kidding around. I know you guys want to see comic books. So do I.
So comics.
While Jamie's not here, guess what I'm going to play that he didn't give me the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Did he neuter you yesterday?
He did. He hit the button before I could. I was sitting there. I was teetering on the edge of whether I was gonna.
I was ready to get the groovy bass tones in, and I went, "What the hell?"
Jamie hit the button.
Yep.
What a guy. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax. Let's do this. We will be back in 30 seconds with after this groovy bass tune.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh,
That's right. We've got some holiday cheer and we are ready to give it to you. My name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is the Ric Flair of comic books,
Woo!
Uncle Gary. And down below is the man that keeps him styling and profiling, the road manager himself, Dan the Kelly Art. We have got an amazing show for you tonight. We've got polls, we've got back issues, we've got showcases, we've even got some slabs, and it's going to be amazing. Stick around for about 20 seconds, maybe less. We got a little bit of business to get out of the way, and then we are going to dive right into this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to find us on all the socials. All you got to do is type in at the Codex Station, and that is where we will be, your favorite social media platform, and where we're live streaming right now. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss more content like this all the time, every time. And once again, as my chair takes me further down like an elevator, make sure to head over to thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some awesomeness. Uncle Gary, I know that you were unable to show books last week, so you get the pleasure of going first, if I can get you over there.
All right.
right.
Which we want to jump in, Marvel, DC, or Independence?
It's Christmas. You choose.
Okay. I'm gonna since we'll start with since you said Christmas, we'll start with something Christmas themed.
Ooh.
21st century Santa stories.
Oh, wow.
So I have not really looked at it, but I like to collect seasonal covers. So this is as seasonal as it gets. So I don't know what the Santa stories will be like, but I'm going to give it a try.
They
What
will not
company is
be
that?
full of debauchery.
Yeah, and here's another variant cover for it.
What company is that?
Uh,
What publisher?
American Mythology Productions.
Interesting.
So it so it looks like an anthology book with different Santa stories in it. So we'll let's see what the first page looks like.
Perfect
All right.
for the kids.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It could be. It could, here we have some that look a little cartoony, but sometimes it looks like that, and it's really, it looks like a hembeck there. I mean, this looks a little more serious. So, we'll
You think
we'll
you're
see how
reading
that
Miracle
works out.
on 34th Street and you're really reading Bad Santa.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could be it. And to keep us on the holiday, since that's a nice holiday book, so is this Creep Show. There we go.
Wow.
Great.
He's making sock puppets.
Oh, my God.
And that just messed up. That is so good.
Oh, wow.
As good as that is, the alternate cover is even better.
Oh,
Prime Chuck.
Yeah.
Organic.
Fresh plucked eyes, pulled
Wow.
tongue, organic noggin, medulla oblongata, and then in the back it says sweet Italian, and it looks like it's really sausages, but they really could have gone a different route there.
Oh, my
So-
God.
But yeah, so that's the deli counter I never need to be at.
Richard says sometimes those books get dark really fast. Have to be
Yep.
careful when reading to your kids. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, these books need a pre-read because I don't know what I'm getting into yet, but I got my big boy britches on. I think I'll be able to handle it. So let's see. Geiger Ground Zero.
Hey, right on.
I love the Geiger. I love the Go-Go checks, like DC books in the 60s. Geiger. All right. AWA. Red
Ooh.
Light 2. Where do we want to see her like that? Or do we want to see her like that? Oh, that's how we want to see her. Look at that.
That is a great cover.
That is a great cover,
Is
Long-
that like heavy science fiction?
Sci-fi, sci-fi, a little let's see, a little bit of sex, a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of created pleasure bots, I guess you would say. So, got a little bit for everybody, but there we
you
go.
go.
There you go. So
It's good stuff.
One of my
Sapphire
favorite-
says puts a disclaimer on any books that say mature reading in FOC when he puts it on his site. Definitely.
excellent. So Newborn, which is a crime a noir book. I really love Newburn. So one of my consistently favorite books. Zdarsky writes it, and Phillips is the artist. Just love it. Second issue of Canary.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a
Snyder.
Western, my friend.
Oh, wow. See,
Uh,
just off a cover alone, I would have thought it would have been a throwback to the post-Depression era superheroes.
Yeah,
Or the crime fighters.
I get the Mystery Men.
Yeah. Like the Shadow and stuff
Right.
like that. Yeah.
All right. Deviant. We're back into holiday covers.
Wow, there we
That's
go.
a cool cover.
Look, it's peering at him outside that window. That's not good.
He knows when you're awake.
Yep. He's watching you. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this thing that said, how do you start a Christmas song off where the first line is "You better watch out"?
Better watch it. There you go. That's right. A little bit of Sheena.
Oh,
Fatal Exams.
nice.
I am glad that they're doing characters like her again.
Yep.
They're putting them back out there.
And that they're naked. So,
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
There
in
you
the
go.
jungle by herself. She ain't got to worry about
A
clothes.
little bit of jungle love. Yeah,
Welcome
right.
to the jungle. She's got fun and games.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. All right. That is 2 weeks worth of Independence.
All right. Dan, you got Independence this week?
I have got one.
Fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and get you on the spotlight.
So I'm very light on my pulls this week because, hey, it's Christmas in 2 days, and I spent almost all of my money on Christmas presents. So until I get paid again on the 1st, I'm broke. But I managed to pick up a couple books. The one independent, and I do have that Canary in my pull box. But when I was getting my books, I was talking to Travis, the guy there, and I was like, I'm going out and pulling all the $3.99 books out because I could get more of those. I get more books if I just get those. And I went, what a sad state of affairs it is when you're like, oh, $3.99 are the cheap ones. With that said, so the one independent I got, like Gary, I got Geiger Ground Zero.
Good book.
I love the first series and the big one shot that they did with all the different characters, and then they did the Junkyard Joe. Now they're back to this. I'm very interested in the Ghost Machine thing, or the unnamed. The whole world that they're building, and I mean Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Brad Anderson. I mean, you can't go wrong there. And if you look at the back, they got all this merch you can get too.
For those of us that are unaware, can both of you explain what Geiger is, please?
So it takes place in the future after there's been this. This particular story takes place right outside of Vegas, and years after there was this nuclear war, or nuclear attack, and it's kind of a new society. And the character Geiger was a guy that was had cancer, was getting treatment for it. And then when he gets stuck outside in this, not like when the bomb goes off, but when they're the fallout from it, and instead of killing him, it ends up kind of giving him these these powers like this, and he just kind of is stalking the plane. The planes is not the right word there, but he got his family into a bomb shelter before it all happened, and then he's just like guarding, standing watch, guarding it outside, and that's for the first series. That's kind of where it picks up, and everything goes from there with all of these characters and all this corruption and him trying to help people, and it's just it was a fantastic jumping off point for this for this whole thing. He's got it there, the unnamed. So
there's a timeline that starts with the Red Coat, and he's immortal, and during the Revolutionary War, and then it goes through these different characters, these pivotal moments in time, and Geiger is the furthest from the beginning of it, and seeing how and all these things, they have not chronicled all these tales yet, but it'll all interconnect. So it's really kind of cool with the universe he's building, like Dan says, and the art, Jeff Johns, and with the writing, Gary Frank with the art. So Geiger's a pretty cool post-apocalyptic tale, and I love how the timeline has jumped around where, Redcoat was, colonial times.
Yeah.
And then we've gone through the Vietnam War era with
Junkyard Joe.
Junkyard Joe.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how these things will all connect. And we haven't seen all the characters they're going to introduce yet. So it's just pretty cool. And honestly, Dan, if you wanted to get the whole Geiger verse, what are we talking about? Like maybe 12 issues of books if you wanted to track
Really?
them all down?
Yeah, it's not that much so far.
Yep.
So Geiger was the first thing that they did, and they didn't announce this unnamed thing for it. They just put out the mini series, and it was like 5 or 6 issues. And in the last issue, they were like, "Oh, hey, by the way, here's going to be this whole thing." So they did the first mini series, and then they did this like 80-page one shot that had Geiger in it, and then it kind of had kind of teases for all these other characters, and kind of started doing this world building. Then they did the Junkyard Joe miniseries, which was again like I think it was about 6 issues. And there was a thing at the very end of it. There's some characters that kind of show up, and I forget exactly what they say, but they were like, "Oh, he's not ready yet," and kind of teasing this greater arching story that ended, and then now they're doing the second Geiger series,
and that's the second issue of it. So you're talking about 14 issues to buy to have everything in the Geigerverse.
So is the first series in trade format?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
As is Junkyard Joe.
Yeah.
Awesome. So both of those are in trade format. The new series is 2 issues in, and then there's one other thing. Is that correct?
An 80-page giant.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Wonderful. So you can buy 2 trades, an 80-page giant, and buy these 2 issues that should still currently be on the shelf, and you're caught up. It's very interesting. I like it.
That's wonderful.
And one thing that was really cool about Junkyard Joe, and I don't know if it's in the trade or not, but it was the first series was like maybe a year ago. It wasn't that long.
Two at the most. 2 at the most.
And one thing, like I said, I don't know if it's in the Junkyard Joe trade, but one thing that was pretty cool about the series was, since the character, and it was military themed, that in the Vietnam War, and then jumps forward and is taking place in modern day. In the back of each issue, there were stories written from, there people wrote in to tell stories about family members they had that served in the military. And I think it was the first issue was Jeff Johns talking about someone in his family, and then each subsequent issue, it was fans were like, writing in and saying, here's the story about my brother, my dad, my grandfather, so that was pretty cool too.
All right.
Another cool thing about Geiger, he got a little sidekick. It's a irradiated, mutated 2-headed dog.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Guys, check that out. I am definitely going to check that out. I'm heading to the comic store tomorrow, hopefully, to get some books. And if I can find the trade for Geiger, I'm going to do that. Richard, that is definitely a great idea.
Yeah. Give it a look, Richard.
Yeah.
Give it a look, brother.
All right. Well, let's go back.
It's very good. I highly recommend it.
Fantastic. All right, let's go back into showing some polls. Uncle Gary, is it Marvel or DC?
Marvel. We're going to go Marvel.
All right.
We're going to marvel at the Marvels. All right. We got a little dark X-Men action there. So there we go.
Very nice.
Little dark X-Men.
I'm waiting for the Fall of X to finish so that way I can jump back into X-Men right at a fresh start.
And that's going to come. I think they're teasing it for June or July. So like, Ashes.
Yep.
Something like that.
Little war action.
Oh, wow.
little Daredevil as Elektra's Daredevil on the cover.
I love that costume
It's a
concept.
great cover.
I think the costume is amazing.
It really meshes so well with her. With her classic look anyway.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, before you go further, Richard says real life military stories are a great way to show respect. 100%, sir. 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we support that 100%.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Immortal Thor 5, another great example of Alex Ross goodness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That might be his best cover of the series so far.
That's pretty damn good, I'm telling you. Little X-Men Red.
I love Storm's costume right now, and her whole look. I think it's great.
Yep, little X-Men Red action. We'll see. Punisher 2. I'm gonna give the arc a try. I mean, I know it's not Castle, but we'll see. You know, the first issue wasn't bad, but it's just like my buddy Rob says, why?
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like. I read the first issue. I'm like, they didn't really do anything to distinguish this guy from Frank, other than being he's got a different name. I was like, his background's pretty similar. It's just he's Shield instead of the Army. It was the thing with the family, the criminals. Like it was so similar. It's kind of like, why bother?
Yep, exactly. Captain America #4, a great Straczynski writing for mainstream books again, and that's always good.
Yeah.
Now I got an alternate cover that's an homage. Anybody know what this is an homage to?
Oh, no.
Dan?
I recognize it, but I couldn't remember.
Well, if y'all, usually Sal looks this up for us. Avengers 100.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
take a peek at Avengers 100, and you'll see that this is a beautiful homage to that issue.
Well, take a look
at
at this. Richard already knew the answer to that before we
Good job,
did.
Richard.
Dan, we are being shown up by the chat. We cannot have this.
I know they also had the alternate cover for the Avengers cartoon, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
That is a great show.
Yeah, I didn't see that alternate cover. Maybe I just didn't pay attention to it. I'll have to look. Moon Knight 30. Moon Knight 30, where he's in a pool of his own blood. He bled his own blood.
I heard the
final
telltale ding of.
There's a final issue.
Oh,
there he is.
There he is. Sal,
I gotta fix my audio probably. How's my audio?
Nope, you're good. You're perfect.
Sounds good.
Sal, overtime. I saw it. It didn't go the way we wanted.
Nah, but
Ladies,
they actually played a decent game, but that's how it happens sometimes.
Tampa's a good team too. So
yes, they are.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Sal, the slab guy.
Sal, the slab guy. Here we go. Moon Knight 29. So I was getting the Moon Knight miniseries, but I wasn't getting the regular issues. But because this is the end of Moon Knight for now, until they resurrect him as a mutant, right? So I figured I'd get these issues 28. So
I have to finish the run. I haven't read past 28 yet.
Yep. So nor have I. I'm going to give this a try. The original X-Men.
That looks good.
Yeah.
So we'll give it a try and see how it is. But it did look good. Got a little Wolverine action with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man in it.
Very nice.
Spidey.
Fighting some Sentinels.
Spidey.
Sal, Richard says congrats on your X-Men signed slab.
Oh yeah, he commented on one of my shorts. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
What issue was it signed?
Respond yet.
What issue signed, sir? What issue was signed?
I think he's talking about my 133 by Chris Claremont.
Perfect.
If I remember right.
Oh, is that one from the Baltimore that's already come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. What grade you get?
That came back at 8.5.
Ooh, nice.
8.5. That's not even worth having on the wall there. Just give it to me.
Give it to you. You're right, Dan. It's
have that up there with the 9.8.
It's subpar. Let me just give that right to you, okay?
Right
I'm sorry.
All right.
Go ahead,
Avengers 5. Uncanny Avengers 5.
Nice.
Hey, I like that one. I read that one.
Yeah, I haven't read these yet. I look forward to it. My buddy, who's killing it this year, Philip Kennedy Johnson. This book is fantastic, and I don't know if you've read. I guess it was the previous issue, the transformation scene from Banner to Hulk. Have y'all read that?
Yeah,
I saw something on Facebook earlier today where somebody showed all the different transitions that have happened in the book. I hadn't read that issue, but I saw it. Oh my god, disgusting.
Richard said it was for issue number 136, so I gotta look at that again and see what you got assigned there.
Gotcha. Daredevil Black Armor. I really like the first issue, so we'll see what the second one does for us.
Yeah,
that's great. I like that.
Little Sabretooth, Hobgoblin.
90s nostalgia there with that, and the oil covers making a comeback.
Oh yeah.
I love this series so far. Cap Wolf. and the
Oh,
Howling
yeah.
Commandos.
Issue 3.
I have really dug this series. So, and I love that cover. Tim, I'm about to speak some blasphemy to you, my friend.
Do what you gotta do. It's
Uh-oh.
Christmas. It's okay.
Here it comes.
I
Here
am
it comes.
really sorry.
Yeah,
The
you some
Amazing
web slingers.
Spider-Man gang war storyline.
I'm liking this story too.
It's right. It's been a good storyline. And
Yes.
maybe it's because it's not focusing so much on Peter Parker, but I love the whole gang war. And look, I'm a sucker. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm a sucker for maps. So you're giving me a map with all the disputed territory and where all
That's
the fighting is
awesome.
going on in it. I
Yep.
just love stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay. There's where the owl is.
Well,
There's where Madame X-
I did pick up 39 last week, so I may go back and get the back issues that I need to read.
Boo.
Hey,
You're right, Dan. What was I thinking? I'm not going to
Yeah.
do that.
Hey,
Screw this man.
Sal, this has been a pretty good story, though, right, buddy?
Yeah. So far, I'm
Yeah.
liking it. So
You stand
I
your
mean, look-
ground, Timothy. Stand your ground.
Tim, I
Yes,
feel
sir.
the pain. I feel guilty for liking it because your stance on it. I mean, it
Oh.
almost hurts that I'm
Maybe-
like, damn, that was pretty good. Sorry,
maybe,
buddy.
maybe Zeb's not writing it 100%. Maybe they're like
Maybe-
they got a ghostwriter in there. Or
Maybe
something.
would
somebody's
be
ghosting
good.
it. There we go. Superior Spider-Man 2. We'll see how that works out.
That's
I
cool
like
cover.
the cover. I like
I
the
like
idea
that
of the
too.
cover there.
Yeah.
And I like that it's not straight split. It's more of at an angle.
It is, which is kind of
That's-
cool.
yeah.
Spine-tingling Spider-Man.
Ooh, yeah.
Spider-Man horror stories.
Yeah, look at that.
How many issues is that running?
This I don't know. This is the third so far. I don't know how long
6.
it's going to go.
I think spine tickling is only going to 6.
And geez, this was a damn Spider-Man free-for-all this week. There were like 5 different Spider books. There's
Wow.
Spider-Boy.
That
Yeah,
is one I
page out of-
am not even remotely interested in.
Yep. I don't know.
It's out of DC's Batman book.
Yeah, exactly. And then Uncanny Spider-Man with Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. That's good.
Nightcrawler.
I'll
he's
wait
your
for
daddy.
the trade. Destiny.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I
No,
really am.
Destiny's his mom, right?
Right,
And
Destiny's his
Mystique
mom,
is his
Mystique.
dad. Yeah,
Mystique.
yeah. There we
Well,
go.
I was reading something. I follow this account on Instagram called Classic X-Men, which is if you're an X-Men fan, that especially a fan of the Claremont era, that account is an absolute must follow for all the stuff that he puts up,
Okay.
artwork and stories.
Good.
But he was talking on there about how back in the day when Claremont was writing it, apparently that was going to be his intention, that it was going to be Mystique and Destiny were going to be revealed to be Nightcrawler's parents.
Oh wow.
Oh,
John Byrne was the one that was like, no, we can't, we're not going to do that.
wow.
Interesting.
That is interesting that seed may have germinated with Claremont. Very good. Well, that's it for my Marvels. So
Okay. Well, Sal, even though you're late to the show, you are never late in our hearts. Why don't you go ahead and show off some Independence and some Marvel, and
All
then
right,
we'll
let
move
me
along.
fix my camera there so I'm not crooked. So I'm not in the Batman villain hideout. So spine tingling Spider-Man is going to go 4 issues. It looks like.
okay.
So do I have any independent? The answer is no.
Ooh, no Independent. What about
No Independent.
Marvel this week?
Oh, I've got Marvel.
All right, perfect.
I got one. First, let's go ahead and start it off. Let's go with our favorite, Zeb Wells.
Yep.
Wow.
And I love the map too, Gare. I do. I really do.
It is the
This is
season
just-
of giving.
It's just
Yep. The
that's just
map.
cool. That's just cool. That's just cool to me. That's just
Yeah, I
cool.
love it.
Yep. So I also got Uncanny Spider-Man, but it's up to issue 5. That's weird. Oh no, it's spine tingling. I'm sorry, gone backwards. All right. So Uncanny Adventures. I like this issue. This was pretty cool. I did enjoy this one.
Who is that villain that's, I presume it's a villain that's in the front? It's kind of a
Yes.
Green Lantern looking thing.
No, it's not. It's Stevel.
Stevel?
You don't know who Stevel is?
It's a guy named Steve that's bad. He's Stevel.
Wow.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
evil
look him
Captain
up.
America.
Oh, is that the Hydra Cap?
It's the Hydra Cap.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Deadpool
That's
started calling him
wonderful.
Stevel, ladies and
Steve.
gentlemen. It's
Steve.
funny because he's evil and he's Steve.
Evil
Yeah, and his name's
Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna try
It is
to find a
Deadpool
picture of him.
was following him during that storyline, that
Yep.
abomination of a storyline.
Yeah, it was. It was. So I also got the Wolverine number 40.
Nice.
But I have not read this one yet because life happens. Also, Superior Spider-Man number 2.
Once again, great cover.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, indeed. And looks like Dan Slott's writing this one, so Tim should love it. All right, so that's all my Marvel and no independent.
All right. Now we are down to DC, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
mean, I got Marvel.
Oh,
Hey,
do you?
Dan's got some more.
Dan's got some
Well,
Marvel.
that's marvelous, Dan. Show
Yes,
some
it is.
Marvel.
I'm
Sal
wearing a
comes
Marvel
in,
shirt.
messes up the whole thing.
I did. I love it.
So yeah, again, I got I only got 2. Probably the next show or the one after that, I'll be able to pick up my full subscription. But these are the 2 I got this week. I also got the Cap Wolf and Howling Commandos.
Nice.
When the
Nice.
first issue came out, I was like, this is gonna be stupid, that dumb Cap Wolf story. But then I flipped through on the shelf. I'm like, oh no, this is something different. And it's been a fun series. It's definitely like a cool like grindhouse horror,
Mm-hmm.
horror movie kind of vibe to it.
Art's good too. Art's really
Yeah,
good.
the art's fantastic in it.
It's not the stuff that looks rushed or scribbled or anything like that. They're
No,
putting
no,
real
it's,
effort
it's
into
really
it.
good. Let me see if I can find a good page here. Yeah, I mean it's it's some
Great
really-
art.
It's some
Yeah.
nice looking artwork. I'm not, I wasn't familiar with the artist on here, but yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for their stuff.
Boy, that does look good. I
Yeah.
love
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good.
the placement of panels and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I dig that.
And then the other one I got, like Gary, I got the Incredible Hulk 7.
Oh,
And
so good.
Yeah, that the transformation he did in the issue before this was just gruesome. Where like it's basically like if the Hulk was inside Banner and just started growing,
Burst out.
and
Oof.
Banner's skin is just ripping, but like you see the skin, the eyes, the teeth, like all of them just kind of tearing away. It's very gruesome. And one thing I like about this, they kind of introduced like a new Ghost Rider in the issue before this, but it's just like military, kind of like World War II, World War One, or Vietnam. What I forget which war they said he was in. Ghost Rider type character. So that's pretty cool looking.
Nice.
Hoping to get some more info on him in this issue.
That transformation scene, Philip Kennedy Johnson on his Facebook page, he posted it, and he also posted the script of that page. And it's amazing to read the script, how he wrote that, and then how the artist interpreted it. Really cool. And the real cool thing is, like Dan said, it's like the Hulk burst out of Banner, and it's painful too. And at the end of it, the Hulk is standing over a pool of blood. So all this blood has come out of this body horror. It's just fantastic.
The whole feel of the series is great. It's
a horror book.
Definite breath of fresh air. Yeah.
And Immortal Hulk, they build that as like the Hulk, being a horror book, and to an extent it was more. That one was more like horror, sci-fi. This new series is just and then the Donny Cates one was definitely sci-fi. This one is straight horror.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, all right. Now we are on to DC, ladies and gentlemen. So, Dan, you might as well stay right there. Go ahead and show your DC books for this.
All right. Yeah, I've got.
Do it.
I've got 2 books from the Distinguished Competition. I've got Batman Superman, the World's Finest, number 22.
Nice.
I've been picking this up because they're going back to the Kingdom Come world. So it's I kind of wish I had picked up the book from the start. So when I get a little bit extra cash, I may go start picking up the the first, because this is part 3 of this story. So I may have to go pick up the first 18 issues that I missed.
Mark Waid is a hell of a hero writer.
Yeah, and the artwork on it with Dan Mora. I was talking to the Travis at the shop when I picked it up. I was like, in this day and age where you get these artists that can barely put out a monthly book, and like every 3 or 4 months they have to have a fill-in artist, and you got Dan Mora doing 2 books a month. He's doing the Batman Superman World's Finest, and he's doing Shazam, and both of them look fantastic.
Wow.
Then the other one I got is the issue 3 of Jay Garrick, The Flash. Which
Ooh,
I've been buying all of the all 3 of the the JSA solo books, but this one is my favorite.
I was just going to ask you that.
As far as art and story coming together, this one I think is the most complete of the 3. I've
Nice.
really been digging it.
Okay. All right. Sal, what about you, sir? What do you have for the distinguished competition?
Distinguished competition. I've got a couple. I've got Silent Night number 3.
Ooh, okay.
I read the first issue of that and really liked it. I can't wait to read the others.
So I'm still missing issue number 1. I missed it at my shop. So, Garrett, do you think your shop still has number 1, or is it sold out?
I don't know. I can look for you.
Please, if you don't mind, next time we get in there, take a chance.
Yep.
So Justice League Godzilla Kong,
Nice.
issue number 3.
Do any of you have the sound cover?
Sal
I do.
does.
I
Do you
do.
have it handy? I'd like to hear what it actually sounds like.
It's still in the poly bag.
Sal, I read somewhere that it's light activated.
Light activated.
That's what I
Interesting.
read, because I know you were saying that it was going off while you were driving home in the car. I think
Yeah.
that might have been why.
Okay. Let me get those out after we go through all the DCs. All right.
Sure.
All right. So picked up the Superman one thanks to Dan because it had the Christmas
Ooh.
one
Oh yeah,
Action one.
with the homage.
Travis had rung him up, and I was looking at the rack waiting, and I was like, "Hey, did you see this one?" He's like, "What?" And he goes, I handed it to him. I was like, "Wait a minute, he's got one more." And so I was like, "Add this one to it."
Yeah, this one. So it's never a trip to the shop without Dan adding one more book to my collection.
Right.
Despite the fact that he doesn't have money for his own books, he has to spend my money on my books. You know?
I have to live vicariously through you.
There
Yep.
you go.
So picked up Green Lantern War Journal number 4.
4.
Good series. I'm liking this so far.
Another Philip
Kevin?
Kennedy Johnson book.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
good.
Is
Yep.
that an ongoing series?
Yes, I believe
Yep.
it is.
I
I'll
think
double
it
check
is.
that, but I think it is. All right, and foily goodness coming at you. The
Uh-oh.
Joker Harley Quinn Uncovered, issue
Ooh.
number 1.
Nice.
It's hard to
That's
see without. There you go. There you go. But even the back
Okay.
is foily too.
Wow.
So it's the '90s making a comeback.
Sure is.
Okay, that's what it is. And look at that. I got fingerprints already. If you can see the fingerprints right there.
Oh,
I don't-
now it's 9-4. It's 9-4 now.
At
Oh,
best.
I gotta get them off there. Okay. Anyhow, that's it for my DC stash. I am good.
All right. Gary, the
making
floor.
it a disappointment. You getting fingerprints on there? Where are the white gloves you need to be handling that with?
I should.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna look for those sound issues.
All
Okay.
right.
Before you do, Sal, I need.
Yeah.
This is a book. When I wasn't here last week, I was really disappointed not to show this book, because the question is, when Sal's not at Codex, where is he? This is where he's at.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
at the
where he's
morgue.
at. Sal, the slab guy. It's not because of the slab books. He was originally given that name when he hung out at the morgue. And that's the
Wow.
thing. And look, one thing about this station's great is we don't judge. If that's his kink, that's his kink, and that's okay. But
Maybe I'll
Sal,
put people in the morgue. Maybe I'll put
well-
people in the morgue.
and then you are inspecting your handiwork when they're there. So
That's right.
Sal goes to the morgue and puts the toe tags on them. So there you
That's
go.
right, baby.
Remind me after the show. I got a joke that I can tell you about this, but it's too dirty for me to say on air.
And this is
It's
after
a
dark.
ghost joke, is it?
Yeah, it's too dirty for me to say on air, but I'll tell you after the show's over. It's pretty good.
Too
So-
rude for Codex.
To reprise a couple weeks ago on Mon Comics when Wes said that that we were all trying to get in my will, right? And I said there's a great Three Stooges quote I could
Oh yeah,
give.
I want to know what that joke
To
was.
quote the great Curly Howard, knock, knock, knock. If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
I remember that line too. That was
That
great.
was a great line, but I wasn't going to do that to Brandon.
Yeah.
But that may be my favorite Three Stooges quote. I
Oh,
love it.
man.
Oh,
That's a
good
good one.
stuff. All right, Batman Off World
Ooh.
2.
Great art.
We're out, Mankey. Really love it.
The cowl stays on.
The Cal stays on, baby. That's his king. There you go.
He can't let the aliens find out that he's really Bruce Wayne.
That's right.
That's right.
I
You
know.
know that'll
Shoot.
they'll go. I knew that guy. All
That
right,
book
Wonder
you
Woman
got-
4. This I find this is an interesting series, so I'm curious
I
to
love
see
it.
where it goes. Yep.
I'm really enjoying it right now.
Okay. And a little bit of Christmas cheer.
Oh,
with Wonder
I
Woman.
didn't see that Wonder Woman. I would have bought that one. That was awesome.
Yep. Isn't that great? So this is a little bit of an homage to Wonder Woman 1, just a little bit.
Is that Adam Hughes?
Yep, that's an Adam Hughes.
Nice.
Yeah. Where's that AH? Or if it's not AH, it sure as hell looks like him. So I didn't even.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah, it's got to be Hughes. Well, yep. World's Finest, like Dan, great book. And they got me for an alternate cover, a Kingdom Come alternate cover.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, that's cool.
That is very cool.
I love
So-
GL in the armor with the sword. That's just awesome.
Yep. I didn't see enough, there wasn't enough of Aquaman in that series, so I'm happy to see him make the cover of this.
Yeah.
Catwoman 60.
Nice.
Back to the Jim Balent purple costume. This with as impractical as it is. I think this is sexy as hell.
Oh, that's a great.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got a very like noir feel to it.
Mhm.
The way
Sure does.
it was on some of those books.
And this is a Catwoman cover. But I love it.
Pushing Aquaman.
I just love it. The Manta is such a cool character design.
Yeah.
Love it. So
I think they did him justice visually in the movies.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I do too.
The actor's good too, but I mean, just the look of him is.
And that actor's supposed to be the one that's going to be Wonder Man. So
Oh, fantastic!
yep.
I can see that. He's good.
Yeah. If
Yep.
they
If
keep going
if
with
they
it.
still make it, right? If they still make the Wonder. So there's the Robin Lives, and really cool with Jamie having the facsimile and then the real things. I appreciated that. So
That was funny.
yeah, yesterday. Give me a taste of my own medicine. That's awesome. Silent Night 2.
Nice.
Yep. And I really liked the first issue. I really liked it. It was good. And like I said, I'll look to see if I can find you one. Sal.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If not, no worries. I'll find it
Yep.
eventually.
So here is alternate to 2.
Oh
Harley-
wow, that's great.
Harley has Santa as a captive audience. She's got a long list to read. So
Yeah.
there we go. Excuse me. There's the cover 3.
Yep.
Little hot girl. Action Wonder Woman behind the sled. So she's behind the reins there. Hawk Girl's gonna, I guess, tote it. Little Black Canary with
Dig it.
Wow, you got all the variants there.
yeah.
You
Got
said
that
the
variant.
variants were kicking your ass the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
They sure have. Here's a Green Lantern from last week.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
that's a good series. I love that.
Yep,
Love
and
that
that
series.
comes with a variant. Yeah.
I have that one. That
That's
was
a
good.
There it is.
I didn't get to scratch and sniff Silent Night from a few weeks ago, and it smelled like peppermint.
Yeah.
It was a really ugly Santa one. The Outsiders. I really
I didn't
enjoyed
know
the first issue.
Outsiders had a series out.
This is issue 2.
It's outside.
It's a
Oh.
different one. It's Batwing and Batwoman and yeah. I wonder. Here's a question for you, Sal, for the scratch and sniff cover. If
Yeah.
you put that to CGC to get graded, and someone had scratched off all the smell stuff from it, would that lower the grade?
Depends if it was damaged or not.
How about a bad Santa comic and a bad Santa scratch and sniff?
Just sniff.
Oh my God.
They're like piss and vomit.
Don't you remember the Harlequin that was supposed to smell like marijuana?
Yes. Yep. I've got that somewhere.
I do too.
Okay, Action Comics. This is the penultimate issue of Philip Kennedy Johnson's run, and I know he was thrilled to write Constantine into this story. So I look forward to reading this. So,
Do you like that they're using Action Comics as a doing multiple stories
Yeah.
with different characters? You like that
That's how
they're
it
kind
used
of
to
going
be.
back to that?
Yeah, because that's how it started.
Yep.
That's how that detective started. Those all those great anthologies, detective, sensation,
Yeah.
action. So when those heroes graduated to their own book, like Superman would get an 8 or 10-page story in action. When Superman came out, the whole 64-page book was all Superman
Yeah.
stories. Same with Batman. But in the anthology books, they were only getting, one story. So, that's why it was a big deal when they got their own books, and the whole book was about that character.
So now action, you get the main Superman story and then two sub
Two others.
with other
Yep.
characters. That's great.
And detective, you're getting another story too. So
Nice.
here's the Aquaman cover there.
That's
Like-
great.
That looks cool.
Yep. And I got a 1 in 25 for action. That this to me, this is just quintessential Superman.
Oh,
yeah,
Great.
that's
Isn't
awesome.
isn't that great?
That's
I
a
think
great
that's I think that's in our shop.
that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That to me, that's just Superman in a nutshell, right? Up and
Yep.
away, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a great cover.
Yep. Love it. Just absolutely gorgeous. All right, Batman and Robin 4.
Nice.
Even better.
Sapphire commented that you're at the level that you can buy every cover and not bat an eye at the cost.
Well, let me tell you, I bat some eyes. I make some mistakes, but I'm lucky that I can get a lot of these. Yep.
That's a cool cover.
Yep.
That's
So
a cool cover.
this is an homage to the Batman and Robin series by Morrison
Yep.
Yeah, the issue 1.
and Tomasi. Yep. So there you go. Or actually Tomasi. I think it was Tomasi. We showed this last week. I know I saw you all.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
That's a great
great cover.
Yeah, it's
Jake,
cool.
Coke, you owe me a Coke.
as cool as that is. This is a detective alternate. How
Ooh.
freaking cool is that? The Aquaman.
That is awesome.
Isn't that great? Man,
That is.
It's amazing.
That helmet.
Jealous.
The helmet of Manta is just so cool. So yeah, and the eye beams coming out. So
Yeah.
I love that cover. That is just fantastic. A book. I know I'm the only one getting it, but god dang, I sure like it. Superman Lost by Priest.
Oh, it's
I-
almost finished.
Yep, I dig the story. I really do. Really cool.
There's a cool cover with that Superman Lost where it's a white cover with the symbol
Mhm.
in gold. It's
Yes.
really hot.
What is
Sure
it?
does.
Is it a bi-monthly book?
No, it's monthly.
Is
And
it?
it's only
Okay.
10. It's a 10-issue book. They'll have a trade for it, in a couple
Yeah.
months. That's for sure. So I do. The World's Finest Teen Titans again. Mark Waid doing what Mark
Nice.
Waid does. So I have not read the second issue yet of Beast War. I look forward to it. Beast World, rather. This is the Gotham tour. Here it is. This is the Beast World 2 that I haven't read. The first one was so good. Really like it.
Into the Lion's Den.
So good. So I look forward to seeing it. And then here was the one shot of Central City.
Ooh.
So so they have different locations around the globe that they have the one shots from. I am really looking forward to finishing Danger Street by Tom King. I have really enjoyed this book, so I can't wait to see how that wraps up. This is the second issue of Gargoyle by
Nice.
Yeah, I
I-
have that. That's nice.
yeah, I haven't read the first one, but I look
Yeah.
forward to
The
putting
covers
this
were
together.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Hawk Girl, second to last, or is this the last issue? This is the
That's
last,
the last
issue.
one.
Yep.
Wow.
Last
Good
Hawk Girl.
series, though.
Yep, I've enjoyed it. I didn't get the foily goodness one, but I just got the regular. And this is just showing a bunch of Harley and Joker covers inside. But that's just a great Ross cover to revisit. I love that cover of Harley, black and white.
That's a great
Yeah.
cover.
That is.
Yeah.
Richard,
Richard-
says he's a go ahead, Gary.
Richard, you're right. These covers just pop, and that's why they're killing me, baby. They're killing me with all these alternates. Green
That-
Lantern War Journal.
Yep.
Again,
Ooh,
Bill
let's
Kennedy
see that.
Johnson. Yep. Like Dan, I'm the Jay Garrick Flash book. So
Nice.
it's got a nice tone to it. Also, like Sal, JLA Godzilla. And I have heard the
Cool.
noises the two books make, and it's kind of neat. So
Yeah.
I didn't get them, but
I
kind of
think
neat.
I have mine packed up, so I can't get to them right
Yeah.
now.
Ooh,
There's the Nightwing.
I like
That's
that
a
cover.
nice-
That's a
yeah.
Yep.
Cool one.
And here's a Nightwing alternate for the Alchemy.
is that Jay
looks
Lee
like-
work? That's what it
It's
looks like.
got to be Jay Lee.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. That's Jay Lee. Yep. Yeah.
I
Not
always thought his
his
name was
biggest
pronounced
fan.
Ja. Because it's J.A., right?
J-A-E.
J.A.E.? I have some of his work signed. It's really
Yeah.
good.
There's
Okay, go ahead.
Superman. Superman #9.
Great series.
And
Best
also-
DC's putting out right now.
It's really good. I also bought the Action Comics 1 homage. I love the Elf, just like
Yeah.
the Bell in Action one. So I mean, this is just, I love the seasonal cover, and they made it an homage. Another
Wow.
Aquaman variant.
He's been on more books than in his own series.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? And then we finish it out with DC's "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," their anthology book.
Wow.
So look like we got some Batmite action and Soups, Batwoman, Harley, so Luther in there,
Wow.
and Constantine in the back of the sleigh.
That's
Looks like-
great.
Yep. So that wraps up my DCs. Quite a big week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is pulls for the week right there. Let's go ahead and take a minute to stretch our legs, refill your drinks, or top off that bowl of Doritos. We'll go ahead and get a sponsor break out for you right now. Sal, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know about our sponsor this week, W Energy.
All right. Well, go on over to WGG and check them out. They are a good, clean energy drink. They don't have any bad aftertaste or crash or sugar jitters. It's a nice, clean energy drink. So if you head on over to w.gg, you can save 10% on that order by using the keyword code -X at checkout. I've used it. I've mixed it with a little bit of adult beverages. Also awesome, but it's great on its own.
Yes,
Dan
very
loves it
much
too.
So.
It is. It's good.
All
Dave?
right.
Did
Once
we
again,
push the one? Did we push the 1K for DK yet?
we did
Yes,
that
we
in the
did.
beginning.
all right.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's just remind people about that. 1K for DK.
And we showed some of that beautiful art that he gave all of us.
Yes.
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 Mhm.
If you didn't get to see
Yes.
it earlier in the episode, ladies and gentlemen, there is Sal's right there of Spider-Man. I got Moon Knight, and Uncle Gary got a gorgeous Swamp Thing.
I
Right.
sure
there.
did.
If
One
you
day
want
for DK.
1K
Do it.
for DK.
Do
Ladies
it
and gentlemen,
now.
if you want to see more of that, go ahead and watch our Secret Santa episode. It's on YouTube right now. Awesome, about an hour and 15 minutes. It's wonderful. Get to see a whole lot of cool stuff.
Oh, which
Well-
reminds me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, you go.
I was gonna say it reminds me I should put it on the website. So if you go to the website, you can check it out there too.
There you go. And you know what else we need to check out? We need to check out some back issues. So
Yes.
let's go ahead and do that. Dan, do you have any back issues this week?
Just those CGC books I just got back.
Okay, well, I want to save that for a little bit if you're okay with that. Sal, do you have back issues?
I do, but I have not opened them yet.
Okay, well, I've got some stuff I want to show, so let me
while
go
I
ahead
open
and do that, and yeah, while you open them. All right, so
Nice safety, Sal.
nice safety.
nice safety. So what I'm going to show you guys is some signatures. These are all the
Okay.
signature books that I have. These are all getting sent to Sal, not all at once, but in pieces over time. And he's going to get them graded through CBCS for me so I can have that sweet yellow label.
Well, Tim, if you send the books in pieces, you're not going to get a high grade if the books are in pieces. You need complete whole books.
As long as the signature gets verified, it'll get a grade. That's all I care about.
Tim, give pieces a chance.
That's right. So some of these I've shown before, but I'm going to show them again. So this is one I got at Nirvana Comics in Knoxville, Tennessee. This is that 5
nice.
sig book. It's beautiful.
Nice.
And Sal, I need to get you to send me a name or whatever it is of that case that you have. that you got that Miss Marvel book out
Oh
of,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
it
I
for
can do that.
this. Yeah. So there's that. This has signatures
Oh, thank you, dear.
from John
Thank you.
Bogdanov, Brett Breeding, Tom Grumet, Jackson Geis, and
Yep.
Dan Jurgens.
Nice.
There we go.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a
Super
nice signed book.
Oh yeah, I agree. The next one is one I also got at Nirvana. Got this the same day. Sal, this is the first one that's going to get sent to you. And
Uh-oh.
this is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 21, signed by
Oh,
Larry Hama.
Oh, very good.
Ooh, nice
Nice.
one.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work, but Sal, I know you know a really good presser around there.
Yep.
Yeah,
I should be getting some books back from him very soon.
Kent
Perfect.
Hubs, the Comet Hub. Comet Hub.
that's right.
Comic
And I want him to see what he can do with this. Next we have, this is remarked. I can't remember who the artist is. I want to say it's Latour. Am I right in that, or is Latour the writer? Spider-Gwen number 1,
Oh, nice.
Cool cover.
or is it
I have to look
Rodriguez?
That
I
is
have to
nice.
look that up. I would have to look that up.
Okay, Sal will do the due diligence because yeah,
Spider-Gwen number 1.
this is the second print. If you know it in the chat, go ahead and let me know, guys. Can you slab in the bag? Richard, no, you cannot slab in the bag. They'll cut the bag and throw it away. So I'm just going to put this in a really awesome case so I can display it on the back wall.
So
here.
the writer was Latour. The
Latour.
artist was Rodriguez.
Okay, so that is a signature with a remark, and that's the second print. So
Nice.
very excited
good.
for that. This one's kind of a big deal. This is Superman number 214. This is Jim Lee's signature, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice Jim Lee cover too.
Certificate number 67 out of 250. So even a low number. I'm cool with that. Next we have this is not Hughes. This is Brian Polito, I believe. This is Lady Death, and you could see his signature right down there.
There's a signature on that
yeah.
book.
Yeah, right.
Where?
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Now I can see it.
That, well, I mean, she
Wait,
is
yeah,
distracted.
Could you start at the top and work down?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hold it. Stop right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
Is
you.
that better lighting?
Yeah, better lighting.
You need more of her knees.
Okay, now we're done.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, okay. Well, if you like that, then you'll like this because this is another one signed by Polito, and this is
Oh.
also Lady Death. So we'll go like this.
Hello, sailor. Look at that. Wow. It's cold
Hello,
down
nurse. Hello, nurse.
It
Hello,
is
nurse.
cold in hell.
there. It's cold
That's
in
right.
hell. Yeah.
There's his signature right there too. But
That's a
yeah,
perky- that's a perky
That's cool, though.
signature.
that is very true. If you'll excuse me for a couple minutes, guys, I'll be right back. No. Next, we have a book that I got signed at Dragon Con. I had a friend of mine go down there, and he took a couple of books with him. This is Mark Brooks, and he did a neat little star on it. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 515, and you can see his signature here.
Oh, nice.
Brooks does some good covers.
Yeah,
does.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Beautiful stuff. The next one we have, this is one of my favorite Web of Spider-Man issues. This is told through the eyes of the newspaper, through the Daily Bugle. And this is Web of Spider-Man number 13, signed by Peter David.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool one.
And Peter David's in poor health, so that's good to have a signature of his.
Yeah.
I got
Spider-Man goes
this-
berserk.
I got this years ago. We did a review of it on Codex too, and I think the guys liked it, if I remember right. But yes, Peter David is in poor health. I think there's a GoFundMe out there for him right now.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, so definitely go check that out, guys, and give him some help. The next one we have is Mike Miller. This is JLA number 58. This was the only one I had of artwork that he did, and the question he asked me is like, why is everybody handing me this book? I was like, I don't know. I said it's the only one I had. So there you go. Got a nice signature down there.
Nice looking book.
That's
Beautiful cover. Yeah, and that's Mark Waid doing the writing too.
Yep, that was a great run. That was right after Tower of Babel.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yes, it was. That was nice.
Next we have, this is one I found at McKay's in Knoxville. guys, if you go there, you can find books for pretty cheap, and sometimes you can even find scribbles on them. That's
Mhm.
Vines, who was the inker for Civil War.
That's a great cover.
Good
Yeah.
cover. Very
Oh
good.
yeah, and
You're
that
just
is
gonna have
Mike
to.
Turner.
You're gonna have to send that to me because you can't have scribbles on the cover like
I
that.
am going to send it to you, Sal.
know.
Don't worry. But this is one Sal sent to me. This had scribbles all over it, and
Yeah.
he didn't want it, so he gave it to me, and now it just sits in a pile. This was signed by the legendary, the amazingly talented, the guy who can draw feet and not pouches, Rob Liefeld.
There we go.
He's better than Jim Lee. He's better than Jim Lee.
He's better than Jim Lee on any given Sunday.
Oh God.
He
Before
could draw with his
Make me throw
feet.
up. I think I
Jim
just
Lee
threw
could
up
draw
in
with
my
his
mouth.
feet and be better than that.
I actually have 2 copies of that, so I have one identical to it that I'm going to eventually send off.
Yeah. Now this one here, this is done. This is a Dazzler book, so she's super popular right now. I don't know why. But this was done by Jim McCann, and he even did a neat little thing on there. It says, "Go for it."
Oh, like it.
Ain't that cool?
Oh, wow.
So if Taylor Swift,
would be a freak for that book.
that's why it's staying with me. If
Mhm.
Taylor Swift doesn't look blue like this when she debuts in Deadpool, I don't want to see it. So there's that. Next, this is Ali Garza. And this was the only book I had. I know he's done a lot of stuff since then, but this was the only book I had when I saw him at Wizard World in Nashville. This is X-Men Unlimited number 20, and you can see his signature right there.
Very
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Bernard Chang was at Nirvana Comics in Knoxville not too long ago. Had a friend of mine go there and get a signature for me with a remark.
Oh, look at that. Excellent.
And I got
Nice.
another Bernard Chang book here also that I got out of a dollar bin. I don't know if you can see
Dollar
the
bin?
signature. There's a gold
Hey.
Bernard
Cool.
Chang right there in the Birthquake. Yeah, you can't really see
Yeah,
it.
that's nice.
Yeah, I could almost make it out.
It's there.
It's there. We'll take your word for it, Tim.
The next several, Gary. What?
I'm sorry. Richard said in the chat, "Can you slab in the bag?"
Oh,
The answer is no. They will take it out of the poly bag to slab it.
yeah.
Throw it away.
All right.
Yep.
So these next 3 are very important to me. They're going to get graded. I don't care about the grade. The point of fact is this is one of my favorite series, 3-issue stories, and it was incredibly influential for the character. This is Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters. This is issue number 1, signed by Mike Grell.
Sure is.
Oh yeah.
That is when we do our Green Arrow show, everybody's going to have that one.
Yeah. I mean, his signature is
Oh,
amazing.
it's great. It's one of the best in the biz. Mike
Yep.
Grell's signature is fantastic.
Not only do I have 1, but I
Oh.
have issue 2 signed.
Well, you don't need 2. Just send me the other one. And
Well, if I
Yeah.
don't need
Perfector?
2, then I'm gonna keep 3 because I
There you
got
go.
mine too.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, I those. Yeah, when I met him in Nashville, his handler was gonna push me away because he was busy working on something, and Mike Groh was like, "Nope, have him and his son come up here." My stepson was with me at the time when I was married, and he took 20 minutes out, stopped working on the sketch, started flipping through these books and pointing things out, telling us
Yeah.
stories and stuff like that. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Yeah.
kind of guy he is. Yep.
His
Dan and I
signature-
had him for what, 2 hours, Dan?
Yeah, a little over 2 hours.
Oh
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing.
The last 4 I'm going to show are ones that Gary you already know of, but these are incredibly near and dear to me now. After you and I do the review for the entire series, these are getting encapsulated so that way they can have a place of major importance on the wall. This is the Spectre number 0, and Gary was kind enough to get these signed for me and personalized.
Yep, by Mandrake.
That's right. And they are
What a
in
great cover.
beautiful- Yo, dude, one of my favorites. And they are in beautiful Gerber bags and boards too.
I have a print that I bought of that from Mandrake and had him sign.
Really? I would
Yeah.
love to have a print of that. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. I showed this to my daughter the night that I got him back, and it had been sitting in my dining room where the light is on
Yeah.
all day. And I said, Graceland, look at this. And I said, it's been signed by the artist. I said, that's for you. And she goes, oh, wow, that's great. I said, check this out. Shut the light off in her bedroom and it started to glow.
Yeah.
She thought that was the coolest thing she had ever seen in her life.
Nice.
So yeah, that is
For a girl her age to think it's cool, that's pretty good.
well, she grew up with a pretty
Yeah.
sweet dad who shoved comic books into her face from a very young age.
Yeah.
And she excuse me. She is a window shopper. She loves the covers. She
Yeah.
has her favorite characters that she'll read, kind of. But being a window shopper is cool too. If you love the cover, that's great. I've got all these trades and things that she can look at any time. But if all she wants to do is enjoy the covers, by all means, they're modern.
There's nothing wrong with wanting the beautiful covers.
That's right.
Yeah.
100% agree.
This next one is also personalized to me. Once again, Gary got this. This is the Spectre number 47. Mandrake didn't do the cover, but he did the interior.
Oh, that is one of my favorite covers in that run. And the
Love
whole
it.
run, as you've seen, every cover in that run is pretty spectacular.
Oh, yes.
But that one is amazing.
So good.
And that Gerber bag it's in does it pretty good justice too.
It makes it shine. Holy
Yeah, it does.
smokes. Now, last but certainly not least, this is Ethan will be happy about this. His signatured book is saved for the end. This is the Spectre number 51. This is perfect for him. He loved it. He loved the fact that Spectre has this big giant mallet ready to smash Batman to bits. He thought this was the coolest.
It's because he's been influenced by the Joker.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, and right there to Ethan. They thought that was the coolest thing, that this was personalized to them. It'll
That's cool.
never go away from them. They'll always have it, and they'll always have that right there.
Mandrake was very, very kind about personalizing. Yep.
That's fantastic.
Look at Gary hooking you up with the Mandrake Sigs.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and
And look,
gentlemen.
another bit of symmetry. Dan and I also had an interview with Mandrake. Dan set that up. So
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
we
also
got
true.
to speak with him. Yep.
Yeah, very
That was a lot of
true.
fun.
All right, so that's my pseudo showcase for you guys today. Dan, you have got some stuff to show.
Yeah, so I got my slabs back from CGC. So I've got two CGC, and I did an unboxing video for this too that'll be up at some point. So I explained that too, that I've got two CGC accounts. I've got my regular one just for sending books to get slabbed, and then I've got my artist account so that now whenever I'm registered with them as an artist, so now whenever I do a sketch cover, I can send it to get graded. It'll get that yellow label. It'll say, signature art by Dan Kelly. So I've got two graded books that I got back, and then I've got a signature series, one for a sketch cover I did. So you can decide which order you want me to show them in.
The first
Dealer's
one
choice.
you grabbed. Yeah,
Dealer's choice.
Which one did you say, Tim?
So,
the first one you grab.
save your artist one for last. That's
Say that- okay.
that's the most important one.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
So I got two books I got graded. So that, real briefly, the story behind it is I sent stuff to CGC, when I had more money, like a year ago. I got a few books graded. They sent them back. And a couple months ago, about 2 months ago, I get an email from them saying, "Hey, we've lost these books. We're sorry. We see that you had this $600 value, $800 value, whatever it was on them. So we'll give you that. We'll give you that amount in credit to send stuff in to get graded." And I was like, "That's great, but the reason you can't find my books is because you sent them back to me a year ago." So they're here. I was like, as great as it would be to have that, like, I got to be honest. And they're like, oh, thanks. Well, since you were honest, we're going to give you a credit anyways. So essentially got a credit to get enough to get one book graded. And then I decided, well, I'll send 2 off, so he has a friend in the mail. So
Nice.
the first one I got that I sent off, and both of these books, I didn't get them pressed or anything. These were the copies that I bought when they came out.
Roll of the dice.
Yeah, I bought them,
The dice.
read them, put it in bags and boards. They've been sitting in boxes since. So, so no work done on them. So the first one, they're both modern ones, is Batman. This one's for you, Jamie, if you're watching. This is Batman 635, the first appearance of Jason Todd as Red Hood.
Oh, that's a
beautiful
big book.
And you guys want to, I'll do the Sal and West thing if you want to guess the grade.
9.6.
Yeah, I'll go that 9.6.
I'll go 9.8.
I wish it came back as a 9.2.
Still very good.
Still good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Not bad, 9.2, not bad. Like I said, with having no work done on it, so maybe at some point down the road, if I really want to, I can
Sal,
pop it open. I'm not.
You want to look up the value for a 9.2?
Is that a Wagner cover?
Yeah, yep, that's a
Sure.
Wagner cover.
Give me 1 second. I'll look it up.
Yeah. First,
you're in the middle.
Todd is Red Hood, and Mr. Freeze and Black Mask appear.
Wow.
Love that cover.
Yeah.
Wagner, I think, is very underrated with his art.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic, and it's got I have to look up the graders notes because they don't print them on here. It's just got the little thing on the back, but when I tried holding it up to my my phone up to it to read it, if you notice, it's a lot smaller now than it used to be. Oh, I guess that one's still small. Well, it seemed smaller than it used to be because it was so small my phone wouldn't even register it. So I got to go on and actually type in the number for it to look it up to see what the reason is. Because this one looks good to me. The corners.
What's the issue number again? Sorry. Batman number what?
Issue number, Dan?
635.
635. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no dings on the spine. The corners look good. So I'm not really sure. I'll have to look up the graders notes to see why it got the 9.2. But still,
Rich was closer than the rest of us. He said 9.4.
Yeah.
So that'll
that's nice. That's very good.
Yep. And then another book that I got. The other one I sent back actually came out right around the same time and was the same kind of deal for Marvel, where it's like, hey, we have this old character and we're bringing him back as this new in this new identity. So it's Captain America number 6, the first Bucky.
Oh,
nice.
Another big book.
So these books came out a couple months apart. So
I'm gonna call 9.6.
I'm gonna echo Tim. 9.6. Stay with that.
I'm gonna since I was way off last time. I'm gonna go with 9.0.
9.0. This one 9.6.
Oh,
Hey!
And
that guy 0 for 2.
So first Bucky as Winter Soldier, and it's a cool book. And like I said, they came out within a few months of each other.
Wow.
This one was in February, and this was in June, both at 05. And it's the same thing. Like, hey, we're taking an old character that was dead, we're bringing him back to life, and we're giving him a new identity. And they're both got to kind of be bad guys to start off. So
nice. Sal, did you find a?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
So for Batman 635 at a 9.2, fair market is at 138 with the last sale on November 11th of 22 for 150.
That's pretty darn
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good considering I spent what was it?
$2.99.
I spent $2.25 on it when it came out, and then which, however you want to look at it, one of these got graded for free.
That's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Free is good.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
so what's funny though, I do find it interesting that when I was looking it up, that the Batman one, the Red Hood one, is worth more than the Winter Soldier one, even though the Winter Soldier's like been in a bunch of movies and the TV show and all that. And is and I consider, even though I like Red Hood, Winter Soldier I feel like is a more prominent character in Marvel than Red Hood is in DC.
I think the fans speak on that though, because like Jason Todd is beloved now. I mean, in Winter Soldier, he's prominent in the movies, but he doesn't get used near as much as he should in the comic books, at least in my opinion. But now with Thunderbolts coming out, we're going to be seeing him a lot more.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
I
part
mean,
of the
he's done a lot of stuff.
it's part of the Batman mythos, though. Anything
Yeah,
connected
that's
with
true, too.
Batman is gonna be raised anyway, just because it's a part of that universe, or that character.
All right, Dan.
Either way, I'm happy to have both of them graded. They're both pretty good grades. They'll go into the rotation on the rack here.
Nice.
And then the other one I got is a sketch cover that I sent to do. I chose this one. It is it's not the first sketch cover that I've done, but it's the first one that I've sent to get graded. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool opening the box up and seeing the label and seeing signed and sketched by Dan Kelly on the date. So that was
Nice.
That's so cool.
This is a big deal. So
Yeah, big
that
deal
was a
here.
pretty cool thing. So it's the Rocketeer, the Great Race number one.
Nice.
Nice. Look at that. Beautiful.
That's wonderful. I'm saying 9.8.
9.8.
9.6.
You're wrong again, Sal.
Oh, look at that.
I don't think you can call yourself the slab guy anymore.
Gary, we are 3 for 3. No,
It's
2
Lego.
for 3.
I'm allowed to have an off night.
No, you have to earn that title back now.
Oh, okay.
But it's, like I said, it's pretty cool to see if it comes into focus a little bit.
Yeah.
There. It's kind of
Look at that. That is so cool.
So
That
is very cool, Dan. Nice
your
job.
First submitted original
Yeah,
artwork came back in
signed and sketch
There
by
it is.
Dan Kelly.
Wow.
That is so cool.
And
So-
the reason that I picked this one to get slabbed first is because, and I could say this because if my dad watches it, it's not going to be till after I give this to him. My dad's not by any stretch of the imagination a comic fan, but he's always supported me as he never like looked down on comics like, oh, even as I grew up, like, oh, you should stop reading the kids stuff. Or he never did that. Always, supported me with, like, when I was younger, would take me to comic shows, comic shops, all that. And when he found out that I was an artist and that I drew, he's very supportive of my art, and always encouraging of it. And even though he's not a comic fan, my dad does own and operate a World War II bomber, and that he has for years, takes air shows and all that. And then the Rocketeer being a World War II era character. And, he does like the movie, and we were big fans of the movie when I was younger. I remember watching it for him, watching it with him. So that's why I got the Rocketeer one as the first one graded for my, signature series. And then I'm going to give this to him when I see him, in a week or so to, for our kind of our Christmas thing. So I'm going to get this one.
He's
So
gonna love that.
yeah,
That is awesome.
so that's why I chose this one to be the first one to get graded, so I could give to him.
One thing, just the technical aspect of it, it got a 9.8. I wonder sometimes you did a sketch cover if the pen and inks you use don't make an indentation on the cover. If they would take away from being a grade on it because the cover is being indented by the pencil and ink work.
Yeah, I've kind of
true.
thought about that as I drew on it, but I feel like they've got to take that into account too for being, as being, you know, how they give kind of lenience to, you know, some kind of lenience for some of the older books where
Right.
they'll, you know, they won't ding them as hard on grades as they will newer books for stuff.
Right.
I feel like for the sketch covers, they probably have to take that into account. Like, yeah, there's an indentation, but otherwise, it's just a blank cover. Like that.
I'm thrilled you got a 9.8 on it.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled you
Yeah,
got
and really the grade. Honestly, the grade was kind of inconsequential. Like I knew it was going to get a 9.4, a something. It was going to get a 9 point something because it's a modern book. You know, I never even read it. You know, because I bought the A cover to read, and I bought it just to draw on. So I knew it was going to get a high grade. But really, you know, that wasn't the reason I was sending it for that. It was, you know.
Yeah,
and give it to my dad. So,
but just to have that 9.8 on there is a
yeah,
nice
I mean that's
little-
pretty cool too. And I'll, you know, and when I
Yeah.
give it to him, I'll explain the whole thing about grading and what what that means and all that.
about as perfect as you can get.
that is so
Mhm.
cool that you've
Yeah.
done that, and that, you know, again, 1K for DK, ladies and gentlemen.
1K for
That's
DK.
right.
Look at that. That man, if he does a sketch cover for you, you can send it away and get you a yellow label with it, baby. So that's the way to go.
There you
Yep.
go.
And I've got some other sketch covers that I've done that I might like with everything that I list on my Instagram page, like it's all available for purchase. So I've got a few other ones I've done that I may send away to get graded. I don't know, but and maybe some ones that I've am going to be working on the future, I may do it. But it is pretty cool that, you know, I get to have one that's got, you know,
Yellow label with a
the yellow label says signed and sketched by Dan Kelly. So
wonderful.
Nice. Yep.
Yep, I think I'm going to have to do that with this one. Yep.
Yeah.
with my
Gary,
Swamp
do you
Thing.
have back issues tonight, or do you just have showcase?
They kind of, I don't have any regular back issues, but I have
Okay.
my showcase. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let Sal go ahead and show us what he got in the mail, and then Gary, the floor will be yours.
All right.
All right, so this is from a new seller that I've just started dealing with. His name is Barry Said. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Transformers number 33.
Oh, I like the cover.
Oh,
There's more than meets the
Yes.
eye to that cover.
I don't
Yep.
have that issue.
Transformers number 4.
Ooh,
But they got some spine dings to this one, some spine.
I have
pricks.
that one.
So
I didn't know you were working on a Transformers run.
so I got another copy of that.
Me or Sal?
You got two
Yep.
copies of 4.
Yep.
Sal.
Yep,
I didn't know,
yep.
I didn't know Sal. I didn't know you were working on a Transformers run.
Yeah, you know, on the side, you might say. And then I have a What If the Invisible Girl Had Died, number 42.
Wow.
Mm.
Nice. So would you say your Transformers run is your side piece?
Yes, pretty much. It's the okay. I'll go to you because I can always find a back issue of you.
Wow. That's
uh,
great.
3 o'clock in the
So-
morning, it's there.
It's always there for you. So this one I did not purchase from him, but I think he threw it in as a freebie. Maybe Gary could give us a little info on this one.
Ooh.
Jackhammer.
Oh, nice.
Jackhammer. I've never seen that. That is not a regular DC book. That is some homage.
Yeah, that's
using
something
the Go-Go.
else.
That's something else using the Go-Go.
I have no idea. It's just like Action Lab in the top corner. It has the comics code.
Action
Uh,
Lab is a comic company.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it does have the comics code.
What's the
Goes right
cover
there.
price?
Cover price is it's a facsimile.
Yeah,
399 cents.
Yep.
yeah.
It's a spoof.
It's
Oh,
it's a
well.
spoof of.
I didn't
Yeah.
pay for it. Whatever. I thought it was an older. So I was
Well,
like,
no,
oh, that's
no,
pretty
it is cool, and it's using the Go-Go checks like DC had, but
Yeah.
Geiger's using them now,
Right.
so it's not like you can't use it. But that was no DC book I'd ever heard of. For
Right,
sure.
right. Okay, very good. So moving on. That was from one seller. This is from another one. Sean Jackson's Stellar Comics. He's a good dude. He sells a lot of good books. So I picked up a couple of back issues of New X-Men, like this one. If I can get enough of there. Number 139.
Ooh.
Oh, nice cover, love it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
yeah. Nice.
And then we got number 156 with a little booty cover.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
And I picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 178.
Oh, nice.
Aunt
What-
May in the hospital again.
Aunt May in the hospital
Yeah.
again.
There's
Again.
significance to that issue, though. Isn't that like the first time they go on a date or something like that, or something happens in that issue.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think it's considered a key, but it's
Oh,
like,
that's the issue where Peter finds out that the carpet matches the drapes. That's a
Oh
good
my
one.
God.
hello, hello.
What issue was it?
Amazing Spider-Man number
176?
196. What's that?
Right. Dan
What?
immediately say, "Oh, what issue is that? I gotta get that."
For research purposes.
Yeah.
178. 178.
178. I don't know. I don't see anything on here.
So I also got no number 196.
Oh, that's a cool
Nice.
cover.
That's
That is a cool
great.
cover.
Picked up Incredible Hulk number 1.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
great cover.
Ooh, nice.
hmm Picked up Immortal Hulk number 18.
Great
That
Ross
cover's
cover.
awesome.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy number 1.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Very cool.
And I picked up Action Comics 1012.
Very good.
Wow, I like that.
So that is all my back issues I have for you today.
All
Well,
right.
Technically, I've got a huge box of HCC, which I've not opened yet.
If you want to see that, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to go where Sal does those type of videos. And where would that be, Sal?
Well, over you can check it out on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner, and Instagram is the Slab Guy 77. But I'll do that video on YouTube, so check it out there.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, without further ado, we have Uncle Gary's showcase. And from what I understand, it is holiday themed.
Ho ho ho! Yeah, ho ho ho! And
Who are you calling a hoe?
listen, to whoever it applies to, and you know what? I don't judge. I don't judge. So you know what? If you need a little extra, make a buck. Use what you got, baby. So that's
There you
nothing,
go.
Nothing wrong there. Let's start with a little Catwoman action with
Ooh.
Santy.
Oh, nice.
You know, it looks like she knocked Santy out and is.
Looks like she's on the naughty list.
Yeah, she is
looks
on the
like
naughty
she
list.
is. Yep.
Yes, she is. Nothing like a nice Wayne family portrait.
Oh, that's a good
Yep.
one.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Nice.
What's that? That's just from a year or two ago. Batman 130. Yep. So nice Wayne family portrait. On the back, I just a little Stargirl holiday cover.
I like that
Nice.
one.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, little Stargirl holiday. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
one.
Yep. DC had a card that they gave to their the comic shops a few years ago, and so this was like cut in half as a card, and it was a wraparound card that they decided to create
Wow.
use it to make a cover. You know, this is and the backside they did the same with that one.
Wow.
It's like Batman getting a Lexus for Christmas. It's got the bow on it and
We got
everything
the
else.
Nice.
tumbler.
Yeah, it's the tumbler. So that's fun. Oh, and Santa's
In the background there.
Oh, I see flying away.
flying away. Yeah. So
I guess Batman's on the good list, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, he's on the good list. There's a cool
Oh,
Oh,
Spidey
nice.
and Santa. That's probably from the
That's
think
got to
late
be the
90s.
90s there. That
Yeah, I
looks
think that's late 90s.
early
the
90s.
90s Spidey.
Yep. Ant-Man's Big Christmas.
Wow.
Mhm.
In the middle of the tree with all the lights. That's great.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. Let's see. This came out a year ago, and this was so freaking disturbing.
I remember that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
cover.
As a matter of fact, this was first on the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing 3, and they also did another book where this is the cover of. It might have been a compilation of Joker covers, but so it's another way to get, because I think this book spiked in price after this.
Wow.
Everybody
Yeah.
wanted it. So I'll
Sure
probably
did.
do it for cover day. So that is so freaking disturbing, right?
Yeah.
On a lighter note, there's Harley.
Ooh.
Yeah, Harley's getting ready to drop some dynamite down the chimney. So I guess she's going to take Sandy's bag after she does
Wow.
that.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
The Flash helping Santa make his rounds.
Nice.
Nice.
Merry Flashmas, it says at the bottom.
Very cool.
Merry Flashmas. All right. All right, a little Deadpool action now.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's good. He looks like he's gonna try to knock his head off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, Wade. What the hell, man?
I love
I
seeing
think
these covers.
Deadpool's gonna lose that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't
Here we-
Santa considered a mutant in the Marvel universe?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, I've got that one. That one's great. I picked that up out of a dollar bin like a year
Yeah.
or two ago.
wow.
And look, have a nice day in the bottom with bullet holes in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
The cigarette
classic
hanging out of
cover.
his mouth.
Yeah.
That Santa has had
112.
enough.
It says you better
Yep.
watch out.
Yep.
You better watch out.
Jeez.
And then I did this for cover of the day for y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Richard
so,
said he was a mega mutant.
yeah. Who is Santa tussling with here?
That would be Joe Fixit, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Joe Fixit. Who's Joe Fixit tussling with? It's not really Santa. I said it was a Marvel heavyweight villain, emphasis on the heavy.
The Blob.
That's a good guess.
Mm.
Juggernaut.
That's a good guess. The hat conceals something on this villain that's very prominent.
The leader?
The rhinoceros.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Richard,
Richard,
Rhino.
once
Rhino.
again with the right
Richard,
answer.
there you go, Richard. You're killing it, buddy. It's the rhino. Yep. So, not a
Nice.
hippopotamus. You know,
Not
not
a
a hippopotamus for Christmas. A rhinoceros. Yeah. All right. This is very evocative of Bad Santa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Punisher, and then here's another Punisher Xmas on the back.
I
That-
did a review not long ago of one of the Punisher Christmas books. The
Yeah.
other one was this.
Is that one on the back end? Was that Bradstreet artwork?
It sure looks like it.
Mhm.
I believe it to be. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
All right. This is a super.
Ooh,
So
nice.
this is the Superstar Holiday Special, DC Holiday Special. There is a
Nice.
particular significance to this book. Anybody? Richard, where you at, buddy?
Yeah.
He would know.
Richard,
I
what's the
refuse to answer
significance?
any more questions tonight because I've
Yep.
been wrong on everything.
All right, Richard, we're waiting on you, buddy. What's this? Don't be looking it up either. All right.
I don't know.
First work on Batman by Frank Miller.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Very good.
So I think I want to say this
Wow.
is 1980. This is 1980.
okay.
Oh, Richard
So-
didn't even know. Look
Yeah.
at
Richard. Richard. Well, you're still killing it, bro.
He's still beating the whole
he's
team
still-
over here.
Still beating the
oh, he
team.
says I'm not. He says he's not familiar with DC.
Oh, now you just broke my heart.
You keep
that's-
watching us, you will be.
Yep, that's right. I'm gonna bring the DC baby. Here's the
Infinite.
Infinite Holiday Special.
Nice.
DC. I just posted this. Ho ho homicide.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
Oh.
What's in the bag? So there's a head in the bag. Of course, you can see the skull outline. I've got it on the shelf. They did a Spawn figure of this,
Oh,
and in
wow.
the bag you can see the outline of the head on the.
Oh,
the side.
Nice.
Yep. So
Now, you had said you sold your Spawn collection. Did you have 2 copies of that one?
I sold my Spawn collection except for 12, 39, 88 or 89, which was a great Halloween cover, and I think 112. I kept 4 issues.
Okay.
And that was because they had the action figures and all that it tied in with the action figures.
Okay.
So that I wanted. But yeah, I sold my Spawns except for those 4. Yep. So you're right. That's one I kept. So before I get to the last 2, this is by Billy Tucci, who's a great artist. It is Christmas, and there is a reason for the season. So
Very
Oh,
cool.
that's a nice cover.
let's remember that we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, our Savior. So let's
Beautiful painted cover.
beautiful
Yes.
painted cover by
Nice.
Billy
I like
Tucci, who is most people know from the book She, but so
I just had a book of his out earlier today. It's sitting on my kitchen table. That's awesome.
All right. Richard, if you're still with us, I'm going to give you another opportunity to answer something. Now, these fellas know because I showed it on the special last night, but it's worth seeing again. The significance of this.
Oh yeah.
Oh
we,
yeah.
we can't answer because we know.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
They know. So this isn't a comic. It's a pamphlet. It's the story of Rudolph, but this is very significant. So it's a pretty cool book, and what I'll go ahead and say, this was from 1939. It was a Montgomery Ward's handout by Richard May, and this is pretty much Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's first appearance.
There
So
you go.
it was a Montgomery Ward giveaway in 1939, and it was very popular. So they kept, they would hand them out every year. Yep, there you go. And the song came out 10 years later, 1949, which yes, 10 years later. So you're right, Richard. 10 years later, the song came out, but this was 1939, first appearance of Rudolph, and by Richard May, who worked for Montgomery Ward. This was a story he told his daughter, and word got around to the head of Montgomery Ward. He wanted him to draw, or to put it in story form. So there are pictures or illustrations, and there's prose, and then there's illustrations in it. But the first Rudolph, and on the Rudolph vein, DC was publishing Rudolph comics, and they would do one every year. So
Wow.
These are hard to find, let me tell you, because I've been looking. This is the 1957-58 issue. So this would have been the December 57, January 58. And Jeanette loved this book because she wrote it on Santa's beard. But these 50s DC books are hard to find, and Rudolph has got a special nostalgia to him.
Yep.
So, but there's a Rudolph from 57, 58. Look at the old 10-cent logo.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you got the 57, and it's a black cover. The black looks good on it.
Yeah.
So and like I said, I kind of like the fact that Jeanette wrote on Sandy's beard.
Yeah.
So
She loved that book too. She took good care of it.
yes, she did. So anyway,
How many
that's
of the Rudolph books do you have for the ones that DC did?
I have that one of that series because this ran. I think they did like 10 of these. I think it ran for like 10. This is the only one I have, but I do have a couple digests when DC did the digest in the late 70s, early 80s. I have a couple of Rudolph digests, and also they did Rudolph Treasury editions, the really big issues. Those, as the treasuries go, are on the more expensive end. So because they're hard to get, and there's a whole different collectors genre that collects the Christmas books. So those people don't let them go too easy. So those Rudolph books are highly collectible, and I do need to get some of those Rudolph treasuries. So,
Well, all right.
No, one thing I gotta say, I'm surprised for your Christmas covers. No Lobo paramilitary Christmas special.
not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But we still got we still got Christmas Eve and we got Christmas Day. So
saving it for comic character of the day.
yeah, yeah. Well, right, and I've already done them on on my site. My Opie Taylor site where because I've been doing comic character of my comic cover of the week that I've been doing for like 3 years now. That's been on there before.
Yeah.
So I just haven't done it on, our comic character of the day site. And I was going to start doing Christmas a whole lot earlier, but then Kevin, some of the characters have been cool. I'm like, oh man, I got to do that. I got to find do a great cover of that character. It killed me not to do a Grodd cover, because there have been so many great Grodd covers, but we're in the week of Christmas. So I figured I had to start doing all the Christmas, for me, I just wanted to do the Christmas covers, but you may see Lobo tomorrow.
Well,
on my Facebook, I started posting a couple days ago. I was like, here's every day I've been posting a song like here's day one of Christmas music that doesn't suck. So let's see. Today I posted "Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight" by the Ramones.
Wow.
I'm disappointed though. Like nobody's commented or anything on any of them that I posted. This is quality stuff here.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I've been so busy this weekend with my in-law, my father-in-law, and all that. I haven't checked it out, but that sounds good to me. I just recently listened again to A Very Special Christmas, Volume 1 and 2. Those albums were so good when they came out. So great. My boy Mellencamp, when I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, God, he rocked that joint out. I love that tune by Mellencamp. And Run Run Rudolph by Bryan Adams in that set. Oh, love it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is an hour into Christmas Eve. And I think now is the perfect time to go ahead and call the show to a close, right? We all got stuff to do tomorrow. We need to get at least our 6 hours, maybe our 8 hours if we can. Yeah, there you go. Or 5, 4, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to share this holiday season with you. All of us here have enjoyed having you in the chats. Richard, you've been amazing. Sapphire, wonderful. TJ, all you guys coming in here and talking and hanging out and enjoying the night with us. It is absolutely fantastic.
I feel weird sitting over here. I'm in the wrong spot, Tim. This is weird.
Thank you, Richard.
Let me move you over. There we go.
There
There we go. Sorry. Let me just say before we get out of here, I hope that you guys all have a wonderful day tomorrow and on Monday on Christmas Day. If you're with family, that's fantastic. If you have to take a walk with your cousin and put some eyedroppers in your eyes before dinner, do that too. Have a good time. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. If you happen to be alone this holiday season, that's okay too. Put on some Batman Returns or Die Hard or Gremlins, or just put on some unconventional Christmas music, or put on Codex and sit there and enjoy your time alone. It is absolutely okay to be alone for the holidays too, so don't feel bad for that. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim the Terrible. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is the Uncle Gary of comic book, or the Ric Flair for that matter. It's late. And right next to him is the road manager, Dan the Kelly Art. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Sal, you want to wish anybody Merry Christmas?
Oh, everybody.
Uncle Gary, Dan.
Whatever holiday you're celebrating.
I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. May Santa bring you all the comic goodies that you are desiring.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Check is in the mail. Sorry.
I want to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas. And that, the Christmas season is something that it's something you can't touch, but you can feel it. Let it sink in. If you're having a low moment, go put on the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Watch that, and that is about 23 minutes of the most wonderful Christmas spirit you'll ever get by watching that show. I want a special thank you to these three fellas here that are with me tonight. Last week at this time, I was sitting in an emergency room with my wife who was going through a medical condition. Things are great. We feel she had she had an issue last week, but she's good now. She's very healthy. Matter of fact, we think she just passed a kidney stone and didn't know she had one. And that's very, very painful. So that's what we have self-diagnosed it as, we believe is what really happened. But she's been just fine this week. But I was sitting there and I hated not doing the show because it's a commitment I make. And I also enjoy hanging with these fellas. But I watched the show afterwards and I could feel the love from you guys, and I also got texts during the show and all from you guys, and afterwards checking up. I appreciate that. You guys are brothers to me, and but watching the show, to hear y'all use the stupid phrases I used to talk about injecting the 4-color ink, and we have all the socials, and we want to give them to you.
That was fun.
This is just crap that has come out of my mouth since I've been with you, but that to me shows the love that y'all are saying the stuff that I say, right? You know, and that you've picked up on it and you're saying it, and that meant a lot to me to hear you all, you know, use that, you know, that terminology, and it just made me think that even though my time here has been kind of brief, that maybe I've made some kind of lasting impression that you guys are doing that, you know.
I
So,
think so.
yeah, so that, you know, I took that to heart, and I took that as a compliment, and I really appreciated that. So that,
Yeah.
you know,
I
from the bottom of my heart.
I tried to step up and do the showcase for you, but it was nowhere near your league, though.
Look,
So-
brother, you did a great job, and on showcase things, you have inspired a showcase
Oh.
with you. I'm not going to give away any more than that, because when I'm doing it, we'll see if you catch how you inspired it. So I won't give it away. But I'll probably do it on a show where the next time it's me, it's the four of us, because since Tim was there last week, so the showcase is inspired by you. The next one that I'm going to do. So I
All
think
right.
that'll be
All
fun.
right.
So now,
I had an idea for a good showcase you can do, though it would probably be a lot of work for you. You could,
yeah, if I'm going across the whole,
Well, here, save it for
Well,
the after show. Yeah.
okay. So the other thing I want to do, I really want to thank, is we are blessed tonight. We are blessed tonight that Tim is spending time with us, because Tim has a very, very, very important job. We have discussed what this fellow means to Santa. Santa's got a big job. Santa's got to go over the entire world. And you know what? Rudolph helps him cut through the fog and the rain and the snow and the weather. But Santa still needs some extra help. And the extra help he has is on the sled. He has a radio, and he turns that dial up. And he's got Tim talking to him in his ear. Tim is getting Santa through as he makes these trips around the globe, and as he drops off these presents to all the good little boys and girls. Santa gets tired, he gets weary, but Tim's beautiful, melodious voice drives him further and further to get that job done. And the fact that Tim is here spending time with us, using those vocal cords that are such an asset that even Santa himself marshals it so that he can complete his rounds. We owe him a big debt of gratitude for being here. And we all have to give him our best thoughts and our prayers that he and Santa have a good night and that they get through their job like they always will. But I always know, you know, as much as I have faith in Rudolph, I have faith in Tim, and that they will help Santa make his appointed rounds. So Tim, on behalf of good little boys around this world everywhere, thank you for your service to Santa.
I am humbled. You are very welcome. It is a service I do graciously and without pay. It is a must. It has to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you driving the long trek home or in the hefty sleigh in the sky, know that the silver-tongued Tim is here to rest you easy. Ladies,
Ye merry gentlemen.
that is correct. Have a wonderful night. Have a beautiful Christmas. Enjoy the new year. We will see you next time.
I hope there's no gaping holes under your tree.
There it is.
There it is.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Merry gaping Christmas.
Can we get one more, Dan?
Oh, I hope there's no gaping holes in your stockings.
Oh,
You
gaping
filthy
holy
animals.
night.
You filthy animals.
We're just not ending.